What's going on, everybody? Since I have been doing this, which is a year and a half roughly, I have created, I would say, a good many friends, several enemies, people that don't like me. I've even created some new trolls for the internet. And I get a lot of information, and I've mentioned this before that I kind of have to decipher through what I feel like is credible and not credible. Some things are a lot easier to decide than others, but I got a interesting email the other day from some people that are, tied in with Street Outlaws, and I don't know if it's credible or not, but supposedly No Prep Kings is setting out to take the place of Street Outlaws, and I don't know if it's both shows, one show or the other show. I'm not sure which one. I don't know if it's credible or not, but it is interesting to me because I do feel like it makes sense and could be the future of what we have known as Street Outlaws for the past, 7 years. So stop and think about it. Think about it from a financial standpoint. How much the cast members of Street Outlaws OKC make, I'm not sure. I remember reading a while back what they made, and I don't remember what it was. It was a good bit of money, but I mean, it wasn't like life-changing money. Most of their money comes from t-shirt sales and hat sales and hoodie sales and that sort of thing. It doesn't actually come from the show or sponsorships and things like that. But think about it like this. Discovery Channel, Pilgrim, whoever, with No Prep Kings, if they are paying people, it's not anything compared to what they was having to pay the cast of Street Outlaws. And on top of that, when you have 30,000 people in the stands who all bought a ticket, bought hot dogs, bought water, bought, everything that you have to buy to go to an event like that, think about how much they're making on top of that. Now, I understand that they're paying $50,000 per, race to win, but when you got 30,000 seats, or we'll even say 10,000 seats, I know it's more than $5 a piece to get in. They are making money hand over fist on the No Prep King side, as where with Street Outlaws they're not. And like I said, I got an email concerning this, and it was worded a lot better than the way I just put it to you, but just something to think about. Street Outlaws is undoubtedly on the decline unless they do something insane to change it around. And just from looking at the cast, especially the main members of the show, looking at them then and now, it's like they don't even want it to come back around. It's like they've done what they wanted to do, and that's it. It's like the main cast members, they accomplished their goal as far as to how big they made it in drag racing, and now they're content. And if the show goes off, so does their paycheck from the show. But I feel like they have made a big enough name for themselves. They will always be able to make money in racing, one way or the other. I don't think any of the top 10 have a real job anymore. They might, I don't know. I know Shane still owns, there's a couple of them, but the main ones that you've seen on the show since day one, I don't think that they do anything as far as a 9 to 5 anymore. So the show done its job for the guys, and it seems like they aren't as interested in it anymore. Last season or two it said something about going back to the roots and all that, and as far as the roots that we know from the beginning and even before the show even come on, what they went back to was nothing compared to what it used to be. I mean, it wasn't even close. And No Prep Kings has created a following. It has created, a bunch of names for people that didn't have as big of a name as, say, Big Chief or Murder Nova or somebody like that. But, you got, 40 guys now who everybody in the No Prep or street racing or even drag racing world knows. And the show has just created so much for so many people. And No Prep Kings is so much more cost effective than Street Outlaws. They're not having to get no permits. They're not having to shut roads down, hire, security to ambulance drivers and all that. That is for the track. When they rent the track, they get all that, and it's, from a financial standpoint, it's got to be just insane, astronomical, better than Street Outlaws. Just something to think about. I know that this is something I'm just throwing kind of out there randomly, with no hint or anything for it, but I just got the email about it and I wanted to make a video on it. That was the simplest way for me to try to get it to you. And like I said, I don't know how much steam it has, rolling, or if the process is done started, or if there's even any truth to it. So something to ponder. What do you think? Comments below. Email address, as always, is on the screen. Let me know what you think. Would you rather see Street Outlaws the way it is, Street Outlaws the way it used to be, or No Prep Kings? And I'm talking about OKC. I'm not talking about the guys down south. So let me know what you think. I would rather see it go back to the way it used to be when they actually raced and it was a good show, but that's my personal opinion. No Prep Kings, the only thing that is killing it that I feel like is going to be YouTube, because every single thing that you can look forward to seeing on No Prep Kings, all you got to do is search for it on YouTube and you can find every race that happened on a No Prep Kings race. So I don't know, you decide. Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching, guys. Godspeed. I'll see you in the next one.